ain't scared of you. You don't even know if that's his baby.
You ain't gonna do nothing.
Get a DNA test, because that don't even make sense. That don't even add up.
That's yours.
All right, move. Don't touch her.
Carlissa.
I'm telling you right now, don't touch her.
I was fixing
I'm telling you right now, you don't want these problems today.
Come on, right?
Chill out, man.
I was fixing
Don't touch her. I'm the only one with the footage of her and Jaidyn about the fight. I'm the only one with the footage of her attacking the security guard. I'm the only one with the footage of my son really just trying to be the peacemaker in the whole situation. Security guard, press charges. Press charges on her for scratching you and biting you under the camera at the place. That was the evilest I've ever seen anybody do on somebody's first day out, and I done seen some evil.
From the moment he touched down, Carlissa made it loud and clear that she was riding with Jaidyn, throwing little jabs at Chrisean Rock, questioning her parenting, and firing off comments about her and her son like she had something to prove. People around them say Chrisean Rock finally snapped, and whatever went down turned so heated that folks nearby froze in shock. Word on the block is that Chrisean Rock rolled up on Carlissa during the argument, and that's when everything spiraled. Next thing anyone knew, Jaidyn jumped in, and people are saying he stepped in hard enough that Chrisean Rock hit the floor for a moment. The tension that's been boiling between these three for months finally blew up, and now the whole circle around Blueface is basically falling apart. What started as family drama just flipped into one of the wildest showdowns they've ever seen, and the fallout is already turning messy. Let's break it down because this situation is getting out of control fast. From what people are whispering, things finally boiled over between Carlissa and Chrisean Rock, and it allegedly escalated into something physical. Anyone who's been watching everything unfold could see this coming from a mile away because ever since Blueface came home, Carlissa has been moving like she didn't want Chrisean Rock anywhere near him. She only wanted space for Jaidyn, and she didn't hide it one bit. Right after he got out, he met up with his mom, Carlissa, and the kids he shares with Jaidyn, and they all hit an arcade to celebrate. But peace didn't last long because Chrisean Rock pulled up without anyone asking her to. The energy flipped instantly because she made herself the focal point as soon as she walked in, and everything got even messier when she went live on her phone. She had the camera up, catching everyone in the frame, and she even had the kids in the background while she streamed. She didn't care who felt uncomfortable, she wanted eyes on her, and she made sure of it. Carlissa wasn't having any of that and told her straight up that if she kept recording, she was going to film her right back.
Hi, Sonny.
Yeah. Only I can call him Sonny. Come on, JJ.
Hey, well,
Hey. Young look. Go.
Chrisean Rock turned it into a whole storyline online, painting Carlissa like some harsh grandmother who didn't want the little one spending time with his dad. But Carlissa pushed back and shared her own version of the story. She said Chrisean Rock only popped up because she's been watching their moves from a distance, even though she was never invited to begin with. Then Carlissa added another layer to the drama by hinting that the little one might not even be Blueface's child. She didn't say it directly, but the shade was impossible to miss.
I just want y'all to know that people is playing on the internet. They're playing games. They're playing games right now. All I asked was for her not to touch me. I had nothing against her bringing her child, whatever. She stalked us. She pulled up in a black truck. Nobody asked for her to come, but I get it. That's my son's possible child. She brought the child. That's what he's supposed to do. Asked Chrisean 2 or 3 days ago if she wanted me to take the baby up to the jail with the other kids, and she called me all kind of, and I'm going to post it so y'all know that this is her playing her shenanigans. She called me all kind of, told me I'd never see her son, stay the away from her, all of that. She's playing internet games.
According to Carlissa, Chrisean Rock once said she wanted no contact with them, but then switched up later when she suddenly tried to rebuild a bond. She even mentioned that a few weeks before all this, Chrisean Rock wanted to take the kids to visit Blueface in prison, but when Carlissa tried to help set things up, Chrisean Rock allegedly blew up on her and told her to stay far away from her son. So according to what Carlissa was telling people, all of this was part of what she called Chrisean Rock's master plan, claiming Rock pulled up because she wanted Jaidyn to catch her and Blueface in the same space. She said Rock knew Jaidyn would swing by to grab the kids, so showing up there was her way of making sure Jaidyn saw them together, even if they weren't actually on good terms at that moment. Chrisean Rock didn't respond to anything Carlissa said, so that whole argument faded for a moment. But not for long. Just a few hours later, folks online were buzzing again because Blueface and Rock showed up at Carlissa's house with Jaidyn's daughter, Jouri.
Where she is literally cussing me out, threatening me and everything, when all I asked her was, do you want me to bring the baby up there? No, I don't want you touching my hair today and trying to be extra friendly so you could get Jouri on camera so Jaidyn can come up there and destroy the grandkids' whole moment with their dad after 2 years. You would do that? All right, move. Don't touch her.
Carlissa.
I'm telling you right now, don't touch her.
I was fixing
I'm telling you right now, you don't want these problems today.
Come on, right?
I was fixing
Don't touch her.
Right. Right.
You can't touch her.
Right.
You can't touch him.
Right.
You did not touch him. You told me not to.
Witnesses claimed Rock reached toward Jouri in a friendly way, but Carlissa jumped right in between them like pop, pop, ah, and told Rock not to do that. Carlissa later said she stepped in because Jaidyn didn't want Rock around her kids, and to be fair, Jaidyn has spoken on that herself. But some people watching the situation had their own theories and were saying Carlissa wasn't doing any of this to respect Jaidyn. They think she reacted like that because she just doesn't vibe with Rock at all.
Yeah, just PSA, I didn't approve for no crack to be around my kids, so I hope everyone's in the same place when I arrive. I'm on the way.
Then things took an even messier turn when Carlissa started talking about Junior again. She claimed she collected a DNA sample and was considering getting it tested to see if it matched Blueface, something that stirred up a whole lot of reactions online.
Got that DNA because somebody handed it to me. I don't know who handed it to me yesterday, but somebody handed me some DNA. I ain't gonna say who handed it to me, but somebody did. And I don't do it, but somebody did. Okay? And I'm gonna find out. And I think even if it ain't yours and you find that you have a heart and you need to help him, that's on you. But I wouldn't be trying to go to jail for nobody that ain't mine. I wouldn't be risking my life for nobody that ain't mine. But if you find out that that's your baby, you do what you do, and I'm here to support you. Okay? I ain't gonna get beat up or go to jail.
People were shocked because this isn't the first time Carlissa has made comments about Junior, and supporters noticed she doesn't talk about him with the same warmth she uses when mentioning Jouri. For example, just a few days ago, she posted a picture of Jouri and Junior, and people pointed out that Junior wasn't buckled securely in the car seat while Jouri was sitting straight and properly fastened. Folks online said the photo looked careless and sparked another wave of discussions about how she treats the kids differently. Then there was that older situation, the day Chrisean Rock was arrested and showed up in court supporting Blueface at his hearing. Both Carlissa and Blueface's father were present, but people there claimed they didn't want to take Junior home, even though leaving him with no caregiver meant temporary foster care involvement. It turned into a whole scene, with witnesses saying they were arguing over not being responsible for the baby.
Okay. I've been in there for fucking time where it was needed only. Y'all online thinking I'm the fucking babysitter. My job ain't no fucking babysitter, goddammit.
But that's what everybody looked at you at on the internet.
Shit, whatever.
What you here for?
It's about him. That's trying to make it about this baby. It's about Jonathan today. Bullshit.
Some people online have been guessing that Carlissa might not connect with Junior because of his medical challenges, but she has never confirmed anything like that. Still, folks bring up little things she said in the past, like a live stream back in February where she talked about the first time she met Junior and mentioned she could immediately tell something was wrong, which sparked even more reactions. She then added that she wanted to be a supportive grandmother and would show him love no matter what, trying to smooth things over publicly. But naturally, that rubbed Chrisean Rock the wrong way. She felt like Carlissa was taking shots at her child and coming for her without reason, which made the tension explode all over again.
I saw him in that restaurant. It crushed me. And for her to say she wanted to stomp me out, girl, I can't even tell you what my mind wanted to do to you once I looked in his face and I didn't know if he was looking at me, you, or the air. I was hurt, genuinely hurt. But you know what I said? You know what? That's okay. That's okay. If he can laugh and he can cry and he can smile, he can still be a joy in this world. And that's who I am. And I make anybody feel good. But that's okay. That was my first time seeing him. I never seen him woke before. I never seen what they saw. I literally thought this whole time that maybe people's fans was doing something to the pictures or, you know, making it not, I didn't believe it the whole time. I just was like, nah, you know, John said there was a couple things going on, but he didn't say it was to that extent.
Carlissa went live afterward and claimed Rock was the reason Junior had medical struggles, a statement that had social media going wild because people felt it crossed a serious line. Everybody remembers when Blueface said way back that Junior's health challenges were showing early on, long before anybody on the internet started noticing. But the way Carlissa brought it up had people bothered because fans felt she was using Junior's condition like some kind of comeback line just to hit Chrisean Rock with cheap shots during arguments.
It don't matter. It wouldn't matter to me at all, one bit. He will be around this motherfucker in a chair that sits him up. I will go buy the best stuff for him. I will go buy the best chair that sits him up. I will be calling India and France and Rome, trying to figure out what machine we can get to work what. We will be chopping that shit down. But nope, you sitting over there with a bunch of weirdos that want some followers. Motherfuckers drank and smoked while they was pregnant. That's why they're so angry. Because who the fuck is angry? You supposed to be angry at them that did this. Not, that's the reason why you don't find it to be angry is because you did it. Then y'all want to hop on here talking about I'm talking about my grandbaby. No, I'm talking about the trifling mammy.
Now, Chrisean Rock already spoke in the past about her drinking while pregnant, and she explained the situation in her own words. According to her, she originally planned on a termination, but when she went in for an ultrasound and saw Junior's face, everything changed for her emotionally. She wrote, "When I seen the face of what was growing inside of me, I had to pray the fear away of being a mommy. It's so overwhelming because his pregnancy was planned, but now he don't see a future with me anymore. We've both done things to each other that we lost trust, so I was left with the option but terminating. I was surprised I'm that far along, that it's no turning back for being a mommy. I instantly fell in love when I saw the face and heard the heartbeat." She also said, "Then bad thoughts came like, I don't want to be Rock anymore. I don't want to be famous. I messed up. I should have stayed in school, but I had to separate my heartbreak from the biggest thing that I prayed for in the beginning." That post had everyone talking because she was being emotional and raw about her situation. But from what people observed afterward, she didn't completely follow through on some of the promises she made about putting full focus on getting the right support for Junior, and instead, she kept getting caught up in drama, confrontations, and online chaos. And whenever someone tried to talk about getting medical attention or making sure Junior had proper care, she reportedly reacted by snapping on them instead of hearing them out, which is how this whole new situation with Carlissa even kicked off. See, Carlissa has been getting louder these past couple of years about the DNA rumors, and that's probably what made Chrisean Rock allegedly try to run up on her during their recent argument. Carlissa has been saying she believes Junior's biological father might actually be Rock's ex, Ronnie, who tragically passed away earlier this year. Before Ronnie passed, Carlissa even went on IG Live with him, where he talked about the original DNA test and claimed it wasn't handled right. That moment had the whole internet spinning because people didn't know what to believe, and it fed into the drama even more.
Paperwork that can help you just get that right to the, you know what I'm saying?
So if we could get that to the front, you get what I'm saying? Why can't we get that to the front? If that has already been established, if that has already been addressed, why can't we get it put to the front, to the test? What's going on? I personally feel like Zeus manipulated the results to control the narrative.
Then after Ronnie's death, Carlissa dropped a message that had everyone raising their eyebrows. She posted, "I'm at a loss for words and my condolences to his mother and family. I never thought I'd say this, but I'm grateful to God that my son is in jail. Nowhere near any of this. Never put blame on anyone until they're proven guilty because the Lord said not to bear false witness. Instead, pray about it and pray about everything regardless to what your mind is telling you. God is able, Lord God. Please help us all." Fans were shocked because the tone of that message was dramatic and unexpected, but she didn't stay quiet for long. When Jaidyn and Chrisean Rock started arguing online a couple of days ago, Carlissa slid into the chat and went straight at Rock. She wrote, "I'm going to ask you nicely to leave my family alone. I got video from both the people that know you killed the man yourself and the person you called right after I record everything." That comment sent the internet into instant chaos because people couldn't believe she threw out something that serious in the middle of an online argument. And with a line like that, it became super clear she doesn't consider Rock family at all. She's fully on Jaidyn's side, and she's going harder than ever in these back and forths, even when fans are begging all of them to walk away and cool off. All this just shows how deep Carlissa's issues run when it comes to Chrisean Rock, because the energy between them is nowhere near calm anymore.
That security guard, press charges. Press charges on her for scratching you and biting you under the camera at the place. That was the evilest I've ever seen anybody do on somebody's first day out, and I done seen some evil.
Word going around is that Rock didn't just make threats toward Carlissa. People are saying she actually tried to run up on her too, which pushed everything to another level. Carlissa even confirmed some of it in a series of posts where she wrote, "It's against the law to make threats of harm to anyone in this state of California. She will be back in jail before the end of the week. She attacked a security guard on camera. They had to restrain her. They were only protecting themselves. I'm removing myself from this situation. We tried. It don't work. I don't want nothing else to do with it." She also claimed she had to tell people involved to follow through with charges against Rock, which made things get even messier. But this is where the whole situation flipped into something even wilder, because according to updated reports, Jaidyn allegedly jumped in during the chaos.
I ain't scared of you. You don't even know if that's his baby. You need to do nothing. Get a DNA test.
And let's just say the moment the camera cut off, it didn't look peaceful at all. In one clip, you can see Rock trying to push past a bodyguard, clearly aiming to get to Jaidyn before anyone could stop her. From what people are whispering, the DNA comments from earlier must have gotten deep under Rock's skin, because the story going around is that she tried to swing on Jaidyn, but it didn't go the way she wanted. The streets are saying Rock ended up on the losing side of that altercation, allegedly getting handled before security dragged her back. Rock talks tough and she's been in fights before, but the one time she and Jaidyn actually threw hands in the past, it was rumored that Jaidyn knocked out one of her teeth. So people online weren't shocked when they heard she might have lost this latest round too, even though no full video came out. And to make it worse for her situation, the word is that charges might be pushed forward because of the security guard incident, which only adds more chaos to everything she's juggling right now. It's like every time she tries to calm something down, another explosion happens right behind it. But here's the reality. What started as basic family tension has now turned into full-blown mayhem. Rock allegedly rushed at Carlissa, Jaidyn stepped up, and someone reportedly got knocked out before the cameras cut. This whole circle is spinning out of control, and nobody seems willing to slow it down. At this point, the whole situation between Carlissa, Jaidyn, and Chrisean Rock has gone way past regular family drama. It's basically turned into a never-ending battlefield where every new day comes with a fresh storyline. And the wildest part is that even people close to them are starting to back away because they don't want to get dragged into the mess anymore. From what people have been saying, the fallout from that recent fight didn't just end with shouting and pushing. It supposedly caused tension inside Blueface's own circle too, because folks around him are tired of having to pick sides. One person said that after the argument blew up, security at the event warned everyone to keep their distance because they didn't want another round of chaos breaking out. It got so uncomfortable that some of the crew slipped out early just to avoid becoming witnesses to anything else. Meanwhile, those close to Jaidyn are saying she's trying to keep things calm for her kids, but being constantly dragged into beef with Rock makes it almost impossible.
And it's scorched earth. You gotta eliminate these people, right?
This is the boogie girl right here, bro.
What? So you're known for your hands?
She the reason.
No.
She the reason Rock toothless.
No, because that was before, right?
No, she's the reason, bro.
I thought you weren't around during the early days of the show.
I've been around.
No, I mean, like, I knew you were around, but I didn't think you were like hanging out at the house during that.
No, she wasn't hanging out at the house.
She's been moving more cautious lately, keeping her circle tight and avoiding places where she might run into Rock again, because she knows how quickly things can escalate when emotions are high. People around her say she's exhausted with everything and wants this cycle to stop. But every time she steps back, something new pops off. On the other side, Rock has been sending mixed signals. One moment she's acting like she wants peace, and the next moment she's taking jabs online or reacting to something Carlissa said. She's juggling a lot personally, and folks think the pressure is making her lash out even faster than usual. Some insiders even claim she's been warned to slow down and focus on her own situation before things spiral into something she can't walk away from. Then you have Carlissa, who refuses to go silent no matter what. She's been posting cryptic messages, hinting that she has more receipts and more truth to expose if pushed. According to people watching her lives, she's convinced she's defending her family, even though critics say she's adding fuel to the fire every time she speaks. Leaving everybody stunned, this whole situation has gone way past simple arguments. It's turned into a storm of DNA rumors, baby mama tension, explosive attitudes, and nonstop online stunts that keep pulling the entire circle deeper into chaos. What started as little jabs turned into something heavy, and the fallout is hitting everybody connected to Blueface, whether they like it or not. The truth is, this isn't petty shade anymore. It's full-on conflict with real consequences, real feelings, and real pressure building behind the scenes. People who used to stay neutral are now choosing sides. Old issues are coming back to the surface, and new problems keep popping up out of nowhere. Every time it looks like things might cool down, someone drops another comment or another clip leaks, and the whole thing explodes all over again. And trust me, this story is far from finished. Not even close. With Carlissa refusing to stay quiet, Jaidyn trying to move smart, and Chrisean Rock jumping in and out of the drama, the next chapter is already loading up. Nobody knows who's telling the full truth, nobody knows who's holding back receipts, and nobody knows what twist is coming next. So make sure you like the video, share it, and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the next update, because this situation is moving fast and getting crazier by the day. And if you want more celebrity drama, make sure you tap the next video popping up on your screen. You're not going to want to miss what's coming next.